What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they are out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Lord Octopus. So they're calling this one a double IPA that comes in at 7.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 1 month old, and I want to give a huge thanks and shout out to Hop Butcher, and more specifically Jeremiah, for hooking me up with this one. I'll post a link in the description box to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies they sent my way. They sent me a bunch of beer, 5 unique beers. I'm reviewing all of them, and yeah, this one looks pretty damn delicious, and that's because this one is only brewed with Mosaic and Mosaic Cryo hops. So pretty interesting. I really love the artwork. Dan Jetza, it's a fantastic label. I just love the color scheme too. You know, you got the blue and the purple and everything. It's just fantastic. They have tasting notes on the back here. It says cotton candy, light grass, and berry medley. So with Mosaic, I usually get blueberry, sometimes nondescript red berry, sometimes berry medley. So hopefully that is the case. And yeah, I can't wait to get into this one. So let's crack it open. Most of the beers they sent have, you know, a lot of different things going on with them. This one just straight up Mosaic. And that's it, and I'm into it. So let's give it a pour here. Pouring out like, you know, New England style juice here. So yeah, we'll go something like that. Try to get this on camera here. And yeah, so that pours out this really dark, this kind of looks like turkey gravy. Shout out to a good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Jeff, aka No Jigs. Turkey gravy, turkey stock, something like that. Really deep, dark, like honey orange color, almost like a grayish tint to it. About a straight up finger of this. I want to say it's like a very light tan colored head. Super creamy looking. You know, that's murky turbid. It looks like a New England style, a double IPA without a shadow of a doubt. Definitely a hazy. Let's get a nose. Oh, yeah, berry for days. And you know what? They say berry medley, and I agree. A lot of times, like I said, blueberries from Mosaic, typically what people get when I talk about berries. For me, a lot of times I just get, like I said, nondescript red berries. Could be raspberries, could be strawberries, just could be a hybrid of different berries. For me, definitely raspberry and like a blueberry kind of hybrid here, almost boysenberry-esque. Now, they said cotton candy. Now, a lot of times you can get that from the yeast a brewery is using. For me, this has like bubblegum vibes to it. A little bit of bubblegum, like Hubba Bubba. There's a nice, almost herbaceous dankness overriding everything too. Ooh, hang on. Like a sweet papaya too. Nice. Very fleshy, ripened to slightly over-ripened fruit like papaya, honeydew melon, pineapple. Very, very sweet on the nose. Yeah, so a berry medley, sure. Cotton candy, not really for me, more of a, like I said, a bubblegum type of yeast profile or just character to the beer in general. And then more fleshy, ripened to over-ripened fruits on the sweeter side. But I can't lie, it smells fucking good. So let's get into it. Cheers, everybody, and thanks again, Jeremiah and Hop Butcher. Listen, the fucking mouthfeels on these Hop Butcher beers. Here's upper echelon. Here's Hop Butcher. Because that's, I mean, again, a lot of you that watch my channel, you know I drink a shit ton of other half. I've probably reviewed close to 100 beers on the channel. A lot of them IPAs and double IPAs and triple IPAs. And to me, that is like the benchmark for mouthfeels. A lot of them use lactose. They're not using lactose here as far as I know. It's just probably oats and torrefied wheat, and everything to produce this mouthfeel is in the vein of an other half beer for me. So the mouthfeel on these beers are just upper echelon. And if you've never had another half mouthfeel or any of these, you know, great breweries that produce the mouthfeel that you kind of want New England style, they're soft, they're smooth, they're super creamy. There's still carbonation here, so it's not like a flat beer or anything. It's so soft, smooth, and creamy that you're almost like, holy shit, this is like, the mouthfeel is the first thing that hits you and the first thing you recognize, and that's exactly this beer to a T. Mouthfeel's fucking just insane. The body, 7.5%, this is like higher side medium body. Very nice, bigger body to it. Yeah, bigger body. This might be slightly undercarbed, a little bit to my palate, but still. Bonkers fucking mouthfeel, and the body's very nice. The taste, it's not as like punching me in the face as I thought it would be based on the nose. Berry medley, yes. I'm getting sweeter berry notes on the palate. More like a raspberry, boysenberry, but sweeter kind of Yeah, boysenberry is kind of, I think it's a hybrid between raspberry and a blackberry. Really blackberry. We'll just say like nondescript red berry is the best way to say it. And I know that's kind of a cop out because you're just saying, well, you can't tell me what red berry it is, and I really can't. It just has a sweeter red berry kind of note to it. That's right at the front of the palate. And then there's that fleshy, more of like a papaya, honeydew, melon, a little overripe and sweeter. As it continues on, I'm getting hit with a bit of like a zesty citrus underneath. And there's a touch of that bubblegum kind of yeast thing that was going on in the nose mid-palate. But it gets washed right away by this nice herbaceous dankness right halfway through the palate. As it continues on through the rest of the palate, this is the cool thing about Hop Butcher. I think Hop Butcher, for me, what I really like about them, and what I noticed in the first 2 beers that I had from them before they sent me this, 2 beers were sent to me by the aforementioned Jeff. And what I realized for me is that they do a great job, at least of the beers I've had from them, because again, I haven't had a lot, but they do a great job of a nice marriage between New England style IPAs and like old school East Coast / West Coast IPAs, where they're taking the sweeter like fruit qualities of a New England style and like more of the mouthfeel, but then marrying it with like a nice bittering kind of West Coast style or old school East Coast style. So these are sweet, mouthfeel's fantastic, but it balances out on the back end because this one has a semi-dry finish and an almost approaching moderate bitterness for me, which is really nice. Yeah, semi-dry. There's a mild to moderate bitterness, leaning towards moderate. Yeah, these beers just drink so easy. Like, this is the thing. I'm so happy they sent me beer, but I almost feel bad because it's like all I'm doing is singing the praises in these reviews, but they deserve it. They do. And that's the honest to God truth for me. These fucking beers are dynamite. And I've said this now in a couple reviews, but I think this is the second review I'll be posting, but this is not the second beer I've reviewed from them. I did it in different orders because I'm an idiot. But for me, these beers just work to my palate, and it's really easy to sit here and praise the beer and talk positively about the beer and just basically a glowing review of the beer when it's a fucking good beer, regardless of whether or not they sent me this beer or Jeff sent me the beer or I bought it with my own fucking money. These beers are fucking so good, and it's unbelievable to me that they sent me some beer. I can't get over it. Yeah, this is a fucking great beer. I just love it. I love the mouthfeel. I love the nuanced characters to it. I like the berry notes. I like the sweeter fruit. I really like the bitterness on the back end and the herbaceous dankness breaking up the sweetness. This is just an awesome beer. Not much more I can say about it, honestly. I'm just going to go on here, but Lord Octopus from Hop Butcher, high 4.5 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.55. It's a fucking awesome beer to me. This is kind of, if you're going to tell me this is a Mosaic Double IPA, I'm getting pretty much what Mosaic brings to the table. They're doing it in a way that, again, marries the new school style with old school style. There's enough here for, I think, everybody. If you're a new school friend of the juicy beers and the New England style, I think you can appreciate this. If you're an old head, so to speak, when it comes to craft beer and you like West Coast style double IPAs, I think you could get behind this as well. For me, I like both styles, and this is just for me. So 4.55 out of 5 for Lord Octopus. Fucking fantastic beer. Price and availability, I have no idea because they sent them to me. As I've said multiple times, they did send me this beer, so full disclosure, I did not pay for it. But the availability on this one, pretty sure it's mostly in Illinois. I don't know their distribution footprint outside of that, so if Jeremiah watches this or anybody who knows anything about Hop Butcher, let me know about their distro outside of Chicago. And I've had a couple of viewers talk about the price point. A lot of these beers apparently are like $15.99 4-pack, so $16 4-pack in Chicago. I don't know exactly what this one is, but if you're talking about 16 to 18 bucks for this beer, yes, yes, and yes, because I'm programmed at this point with other half and a lot of other local breweries for a beer like this to pay anywhere between $18 to $20. So if you're talking about 16 to 18, that's even a better value, and it's just as good quality. So yeah, fucking thanks again to Jeremiah and Hop Butcher for hooking me up with this one. This is a fucking fantastic beer. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend doing so, especially if you like Mosaic hops and the tasting notes that I described in this review. Go check out the reviews of this beer, because Hop Butcher not only sent me the beers, they sent the Nerd Sense guys, Sean and Mike. They sent Kyle over at No Hype Beer Reviews, and of course, Matt over at Massive Beer Reviews has been getting their stuff, and they've been sending it out to him for at least a year now, I think. Kind of the first time I heard about Hop Butcher was via Matt, and he kind of made this happen in addition to Hop Butcher and Jeremiah. So thanks to everybody involved. Go check out their reviews. They got the same 5 beers I did, all of those guys. And yeah, anyway, I'm done here. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Oh yeah, 7.5%, fuck, whatever. It drinks like it's 5 from an alcohol standpoint, and from a flavor standpoint, it drinks like it's 10. So it drinks like a triple IPA from flavors, drinks like a pale ale, basically, from the ABV, but it's a double IPA, 7.5%. That's delicious. So I'm heading out to the next one. Cheers.